Can you just imagine what is coming out of the mouth of Courage at this moment? He picks up the call and begins to call his friends, telling them that he wants to give his mother a befitting burial. Can you just imagine that? This is totally unacceptable. This is so shameful. He's going around talking to his friends, asking them to send him money that he wants to celebrate his mother. Can you just imagine that? A son that never gave joy to his mother once. A son who decided to drag his mother in shame. A son who decided to throw his mother out of his house is now going around soliciting to his friends, asking them to give him money to celebrate his mother. I can't believe this. You're welcome to Bliss TV. You're welcome to episode 11 of Where We Got It Wrong, or Worst Case in Marriage. Please give this video a like and let's look into this matter. Can you just imagine how Courage is calling his friends? Muna walks into the bedroom and is listening to what Courage is saying, and she cannot believe her own ears. How Courage is talking to his friends. How Courage is asking them for money. She is totally wondering. She is flabbergasted. Can you just imagine? She's wondering what is going on. As Courage is busy asking his friend to send him money, she heard that. She was so annoyed that she just grabbed the phone from the hand of her husband, put it off, and asked him that, are you not ashamed of all the things you have done so far? Is this the way you want to go and pay your mother back in her grave? By going around and raising funds for her burial? And making it look like you are the good guy and that you want to celebrate your mother? Can you just imagine that a mother that you never gave an opportunity to even enjoy your presence once? How dare you say this? And before you know it, Courage was asking that how would he take the phone from her? That this was a friend who was promising to send him 3 million naira. That why would he take the phone from her? She said, oh, can you just look at yourself? Can you just look at yourself? How dare you be talking about your mother like that? You are going around trying to make it look like, yes, you're a good son. Meanwhile, you're a cursed son. How can you go around be talking to your friends, asking them to send you money because you want to go to the village to show that you're a big boy, right? You want to go to the village and begin to show off. That's why you're asking them to send you money. You have no heart. You have no heart. How dare you think like this? Courage was now saying to her that he doesn't understand what she's saying. That wasn't she not the one that told him to be celebrating the other time that his mother died? Was she not the one that brought out drinks and told them to celebrate? And now when he wants to begin to celebrate his mother, she's now going against him. That he doesn't understand where she's coming from. That it looks like she's confused. And I'm wondering to myself, Courage, how could you say this? How are you twisting what your wife has said? Your wife was trying to talk sense into you the other time. Now you're twisting it and changing the story like she's the one that is even instigating you to go ahead and celebrate your mother this way. This is so shameful. This is unbelievable. I can't believe that Courage will say this out of his mouth. So the wife now said, oh, so that is how you are terming it, right? You are terming what I did the other time as if I was pushing you to go ahead and celebrate your mother. You should be ashamed of yourself for saying that. How could you take the phone and be calling your friends and trying to raise funds for your mother's burial? You should bow your head in shame and ask God for forgiveness because you have done something wrong. You are going around and asking people for money. This is so shameful. She now got up and began to pray that may God never give them children who will begin to celebrate them when they die, but that God should give them children who will celebrate them when they are alive and add value to their lives. And I'm thinking that, wow, Muna, you still love this guy. You still love this guy and you want this marriage to work. That's why she's praying this way. Can you just imagine that? She's praying that God will give them children that will celebrate them in their lifetime. That means that she really, really loves this guy. And I celebrate you, Muna. I celebrate you, Muna, for even thinking about making this marriage go forward. This is really, really outstanding. This is really, really different. Not many women will talk like this. She has really been a true gem. She has really been a true gem. Or what do you think about this? Can you see how Muna is praying and asking God to give them children that will appreciate them? This is really a kind heart. He was now looking at her and wondering. And I'm wondering, what kind of wondering are you wondering? What kind of wondering are you wondering? You didn't remember all the bad things you did to your mother. Now you want to begin to go up and look like as if you're a good son and celebrate her in her death. Wow, I can't believe this. So here he is with his friend Dan. They are discussing and he now tells him that he's scared. He doesn't know how to go and face them in the village, that he's quite scared. Of course you should be scared. What else? This is the first time in history that you're telling the truth. You should be scared. You know all the bad things you have done. And that's how Dan now said, oh, that should not be a situation. You shouldn't bother about that. We're just laughing. He said, all you need to do is go to the village and give them money. Dish out money to them, that those people are hungry. All they want right now is money, that when you show them the cash, they will accept you. They will open their arms and welcome you home. And I'm now thinking that, why would this guy say this? Why would this guy say this? Is money the solution to everything? Right now, he's telling him to go there and show them that he has money. He should go to the village and show them that he has money and give them money, and that money will shut their mouths. This is terrible. This is terrible. That was how courage was now hailing him and saying that, wow, that is why he loves to be his friend, that he always gives him better advice. Can you just imagine that this other friend, Andy, is always judging him, that he never sees anything good in anything he says? Of course, why would Andy not judge you? Why would Andy always support you? He was now saying that he was happy that Dan was always supporting all his actions. Can you just imagine that? This Dan will be one of the first to run away when calamities befall you. Don't ever trust this Dan. This Dan is not a good friend. How can he be coming here and support everything that Courage is doing? This is not a good friend at all. Here we see Muna and Rita talking. And Rita is really pained that Mama has died. And of course, everybody is pained. I myself am so pained. We are all pained. And she's worried that even this mother did not even enjoy anything in her life. She did not enjoy the fruit of her labor, and she's really pained that she didn't even have time to enjoy the fruit of her labor. And that was how Muna now said, well, that's how life is. 1 minute someone is alive, the next minute one is dead, and before you know it, people have forgotten about them. And the best thing is that we should all appreciate ourselves while we are alive. And that's the truth. Appreciate the person that you see while you can see them. Appreciate them, give them flowers, commend them, give them good words while they are alive. Not when they are dead, you begin to give them 1 minute of sentence or 1 minute of silence. No, we all need to appreciate ourselves while we are alive. And I really agree with what Mona said here. She now said, well, what is concerning her is that she doesn't know how to go and face them in the village. Rita now said that there's no need to be worried about that she will go with her, that she will stand by her side, that she also needs to go and give her final respects to the mother also, because she spent so little time with her. Mona now said she also wished she had time to spend with the mother too, that all she kept on doing was quenching and killing fires with AGK. Well, let's hope that everything goes well. As Rita has already decided to follow her and be by her side, this is a good friend. We hope everything goes well. Here we can see Muna coming along with her friends, with her husband, coming to the village, coming to see them. So here the man is welcoming her. And as he welcomes her, he's wondering, who are these that have come with you? And she's trying to explain that this is her husband, AGK. The man now said, well, who is that? He doesn't know who that is. That he has no record of who that is, because the person that they know that bears AGK has died long ago. And that was how Courage came forward and started talking and saying hi. Can you just imagine that? He couldn't even greet them properly. He was saying hi, that he's Courage and that he's Oluchi's son, and he has come to give his mother a befitting burial. And I'm like, what? Out of your mouth? You couldn't even humble yourself. You couldn't even bend down low asking for their forgiveness. You couldn't even entreat them. How could you come out and start saying this? The man now said, well, he doesn't know who he is. And that was how Mona started begging and asking that they please accept him. The man was saying he's not going to accept anybody. That as far as he's concerned, he doesn't have any nephew. That right now they should leave, that he doesn't know anybody called AGK. Courage now said, uncle, are you saying you cannot recognize me? Me, your nephew? The man said, oh, I don't recognize you. You are not my nephew. You're not my nephew. And before we know it, that was how this man with the beard started talking to him and said, uncle, how can you say that? This is your nephew. Accept him. Why will you say things like that? And that was how Andy told him to keep quiet and not poke his own into this kind of family matters. Courage was now wondering why everybody was begging. That why should everybody be begging? That can't they recognize him? Can't they see that he's Oluchi's son? That was how the woman now said, who are you? We don't know you. Show us proof that you're Oluchi's son. Show us proof, because anybody can walk in here and claim that they're Oluchi's son. We don't know you. That was how Mona started begging and asking them to please accept him and allow them all come in to discuss the burial process. And Courage now faced his wife and asked her, on whose side are you? On my side or on their side? And I wondered, why would he look at his wife like this? Someone who is trying to ease the problem. Someone who is trying to help cover your shame. You are now retorting back at her? This is terrible. This is unbelievable. And this is shameful. How can you talk back at your wife like this? Someone who is trying to solve matters. Nevertheless, Mona didn't relent. She still kept on asking that they should please accept him and move on with the burial arrangements. The man now said he was not going to listen any further, that they should leave his compound, and he's only giving them 1 minute to leave the compound. That was how the man entered into his house and put out the cutlass and chased them away. Wow. Uncle, uncle, why did you chase them away with a cutlass? Oh, I know that courage deserves this. I know he deserves even so much more. He deserves to be chased away. I know that. But just for the sake of Mona, who has been begging, please, uncle, accept them. Accept them. Please, what do you think about this, my people? Can you see what has happened right now? That the uncle took a cutlass and chased them away because of courage. Because of courage. Because Ejike could not even bow down, be humble to ask them for mercy. Can you just imagine this? What do you think about this? Can you please share what you think about this in the comment section? I would like to hear from you, please. I'd like to hear your own opinions. I'd like to know what you think about what has happened right now. Do you think that courage should have been chased away, or do you think that uncle should have tempered justice with mercy? What do you think about this? This is episode 11. I wonder what's going to happen in episode 12. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments. I would like to know your opinions. And if you haven't liked this video up to this point, please go ahead and like this video. And it will also be lovely if you could subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in episode 12. Take care.